But her story reflects that it's in the nitty-gritty, the often messy or inconvenient or challenging realities of our here and now. It's in those very moments that God tends to act. Not in some utopia or ideal we have in our head, but in this very moment, for all of its imperfection, for all of its frustration. We can fly out into space, or into cyberspace, or into psychological space, or whatever it is that elusively seems to promise us completion and satisfaction. But Advent points us somewhere else. Mary's story points us somewhere else, which is to see that our deepest hope is not out there somewhere. Our deepest hope is not in the solutions we come up with, or the things that we try to satisfy ourselves with. Our deepest hope is that God came down to this earth just as it is. God comes to us just as we are, to offer us a hope that is not boundless out in space somewhere else, if only we could get there, if only we could reach it or find it or work hard enough. God offers a hope that is here and now and palpable and under our feet. It comes to us right here, right now, just as we are, in whatever messy rooms we find ourselves, whatever puzzles we are puzzling, whatever pains we are suffering, whatever unexpected love burns warmly within us. God's hope comes to us in those very things, in the uncomfortable stables during times of taxation or unclarity or loss, when there's no room in the inn, no room in the place where we thought we wanted to be. The incarnation means that God comes to us not out there somewhere, but in the earthiness and the messiness of human life just as it is. God comes to us just as things are, when they aren't easy or convenient, when the goal isn't achieved, when we're too tired to work as hard as we want, when things aren't going as we expected. God is there too. That's why Mary praises God for the way that God looks with her in favor just as she is, for the way that God brings possibilities into her life that she didn't envision, for the way that God scatters the proud in the imagination of their hearts and lifts up the lowly, which means her. So as we dream and hope and seek the best that is out there, Mary reminds us, nevertheless, that God's coming doesn't require us to be anything else than we already are. God doesn't require us to get to any other place than the place where we already are.